Okay, we've got this, sorry about my throat, I've got a bit of a sore throat, but we've got this 2019 National Curriculum Test, Key Stage 2, Mathematics Paper 1, Arithmetic. And I'm going to go through this for a friend of mine, and then I'll stick it up on YouTube and let them have a look. Okay, so I'm just going to, I've tried, let's see, it's 11:58 now. I'm going to try do this in the time allowed, which I think is 30 minutes. We'll have a look. So let's have a go. I'm sure you're allowed to put your name in before you start and everything like that. And then we got a few rules, I expect. We'll see what the rules are. Don't use a calculator, right. 30 minutes to complete the test. Got to put the answer in the box. If you can't do a question, go to the next one. If you finish before the end, go back and check your work. All good stuff. You got a number of marks from at the side of the page, tell you the number of marks available for each question. If it's in this test, long division and long multiplication questions are worth 2 marks each. 2 marks for a correct answer. You will get 1 mark for showing a formal method. All other questions are 1 mark. Okay. Right, we're at 11:59 then. So if we got 30 minutes, it should take us, well, 30 minutes, and we'll see how we get on. Now, I'm going to do these quite formally, even though they look quite easy. I'm going to do it quite formally. Let's have a look. So I'm actually going to put them in like, I know this one might be quite straightforward, but I'm going to do everything like this, how we would add 2 numbers together. 0 and 0, 0, 9 and 0, 9, 0 and nothing, 0, 6 and nothing, 6. So our answer there is 6090. Now I know some people would just see it straight away, but I'm going to try and put it down formally anyway. This one, 8, 2, 7, 5. We add, and I'll put the add, this is my old school days, I'm going to put an add there, and then we just add them up. 2 and 5 is 7. 8 and 7 is 15. That's where it's good to have your number bonds sorted out. And we got 1 to carry over there. So now I go the 1 and the 2 is 3. And then 8 and nothing is 8. I do it very, very mechanically. Don't miss any steps out. Okay. Now, of course, I might get one wrong, but you can always tell me in the comments. Okay, this one's an interesting one. I can see straight away it's 826 equals 800 plus something and 6. Well, it's 826, but I'm going to do it quite formally, as I said before. So I'm going to add, first I'm going to do the 800, and I'm going to add the 6 to it. I know the answer is 20, but never mind. 6 and 0 and 806. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 826, because it's the difference between them, and take away the 800. 826, take away the 806. Yes, that's right. And then 6 from 6 is 0. 0 from 2 is 2. There's our answer. 8 from 8 is going to be 0. So clearly it's 20 goes in there. I hope I can do this in 30 minutes if I'm going through it as formally as this. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Something plus 5 is 341. So another way of doing it is you could go again. I'm going to do it very formally. 8, I'll be shut up in a minute. Equals 341. I'm going to do it as if we take 5 from both sides. All right. Take 5 from both sides, minus 5 from there. That's how we're going to solve this one, because that's going to give us our value. So 5 from 1 won't go. What do? We cross off the 4, make it a 3, put the 1 there. We've borrowed 10 from the other side. 5 from 11 is 6. Okay, nothing from 3 is 3. 3, 3, 6. So let's hope I got that right. Yes, of course you could have just gone backwards. You've got to take 5 off of this 3, 4, 1 is the easier way to do it. But never mind. We're doing it formally. 9 times 41. So let's have a go. We put our 41 here. Times it by 9. 9 ones are 9. 9 fours. This is where it's good. I think it's 36. So our answer, we got to put it in the box. 369. Do tell me if I've got it wrong, anybody. This is an addition one. We'll put the big number first. Not that it matters. Put the point there. 1, 2, 3. Add the 5.87 there. And just for completeness, I'm going to put an extra 0. 0 and 3. 3. 7 and 2. 9. 8 and 1. 9. 5 and 3. 8. And the decimal point goes there. 8.993. Let's move me out of the way. What are we doing? All right, we're 6 questions in. We've used about 4 minutes so far by the looks of it. 180 divided by 3. So we're going to use the bus stop method for this. Of course, we can see that 3 goes into 18 quite easily, but never mind. 180. And I'm going to be very laborious. 3's into 1 doesn't go. So technically you'd carry the 1 over like that. And then you go 3's into 18, go 6. And there's nothing to carry over. So that 0 just goes up there like that. 360s make 180 basically. And this one we can see the answer is going to be 12, but let's do it again. Let's do this. 12 into 120. That was an easy one. 12s into 1 won't go clearly, so you put your 1 here. I know we could say 12 into 12, but never mind. So now you go 12 into 12 like that. Is once. And nothing left over, so we put the 0 there. 10. Anything times 0 is going to be 0, but let's do it again like this. 2, 1, 3 times by 0. 0 times 3 is 0. 0 times 1 is 0. 0 times 2 is 0. Our answer is 0. Let's do not. Oh, this one's going to go exactly as well, but never mind. Let's do it this way. 91 divided by 7. 7's into 9, go once. 1, 7 is 7. So take the 7 from 9, we got remainder 2. Put it there. 7's into 21 now is 3. Our answer is 13. 13 7s are 91. 87 minus 65. 87 minus 65. 5 from 7 is 2. 6 from 8 is 2. 22 is our answer. Something add right. So this, the way we do this one, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to go 602 minus an x equals 594. I'm going to add x to both sides to get rid of the x from here. I don't want a negative x. Plus x there. So now I've got 602. I know it equals 594. I can see it's an easy answer, but never mind. Plus x. Now I take the 594 the other way. So 602 minus not 594 from both sides will leave me with my x. Okay, 594. Four from 2 won't go. Okay, what do? Oh, we take a 1 off there. Oh, we can't take it off there. So we have to take it off the 60 and call it 59. put the 1 there. 4 from 12 is 8. All right, our answer is 8. And I think it seems obvious now. 602 take away 8 is going to be 594. But never mind. One, 2, 1, 0, divide by 11. Can we do this short division? I think, how many questions would know from the, oh, it's 1 mark, so they're expecting short division for this. Remember when we started. 11's into 12, 11's into, let's do it formally. 11's into 1 won't go, you move the 1 across there. 11's into 12, goes on top of this, it goes once, and there's 1 left over, so you put the 1 there. Yeah, because you go 1, 11 is 11. 11 from 12 is 1, put the 1 there. 1 into 11 goes 1. Nothing left over, 1, 1, 0. Right. Okay, I'm going to dive. Whenever you do this, anything times 10, you just move the decimal point. 2, 5, 3.4. We've got to put our answer in there. 2, 5, 3.4. But if you can't remember it, you just go 25.34 times it by 10. The 10 can go there just like this. But remember, when you do your thing, your first one is 0. 0 times 4 is 0. All these are going to be 0. And now because you now multiply the 1 and you've in the tens column, you automatically put a 0 there. Now you start here. 1, 4 is 4. 1, 3 is 3. 1, 5 is 5. 1, 2 is 2. Stick the decimal point straight down there. Follow it straight down. And that's how we got 253.4. But after a while, you realize you just move the decimal point. Okay, rules of BIDMAS, brackets, indices, division, arithmetic, addition, subtraction. You do brackets first. So we do this bit first. And now I'm going to, all right, let's go. I can see that the difference between 30 and 24 is 6. So I'm going to go at 60 divided by 6. And if we do our thing, we can see, I think we can see the answer is going to be 10. 6 into 60. 6 once, nothing left over, 10. Okay. 3 cubed, what does it mean? It means 3 times 3 times 3. So we can do it in stages. 3 times 3 is 9. And then you've got to remember the times of 3 on the end. What are 3 9s? Sorry, 3 9s are 27. Good to know the tables. Oh dear, what's 101 times 1,000? Well, I can see immediately it's going to be 1 times 1,000, so I could put 1,000 down, and then it's 100 times 1,000, which is going to be 100,000. I could then just add those together, but I may as well do it by the method we've been talking about. 1,000 times by 101. So we can do this method quite nicely. So there's our 1 times 1,000. 1, we do it laboriously, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, like that. Now, because there's nothing here, but I could put the 0 now. I put the 0 down first. Now I go 0 times 0. We can see they're all going to be 0 all the way up to there. All right. And now we put in because we've got 2 noughts. Now we have to start with 2 noughts because we're times it by 100. And now you go 1 times 0. 0. 1 times 0. 0. 1 times 0. 0. 1 times 1. 1. Now we add it all up. 0. 0. 0. 1. That's where our first 1,000 came from. 1 times 1,000, if you like. And then 0. And then we got a 1. So there's where our basically 100,000 on top of our 1,000. 1,0,1,0,0,0. Okie doke. How are we doing? We're all right for time so far. We're 13 minutes in and we're up to the 18th question. So the idea, we want to do about one. This is 35 questions here and we want to do one a minute if we can. 20% of 3,000. I always think it's good to just put it straight down. 20% means 21/100ths times by 3,000. Now, just like when we multiply by 10 or multiply anything multiple of 10, if we're dividing, this is division. Whenever you see a fraction and it's over something, it's a division. And we can apply it to the whole thing. So we could rewrite this as 20 times 3, 0, 0, 0, all over 100. And because we're dividing this time, we move the decimal point back 2 places. And that's why you see this sort of crossing off thing sometimes. And now it's just 20 times 3. Well, when we're doing multiplying, we go 3 times 2 is 6. And just as our placeholder, we've got this extra naught here. And we've got an extra naught there. So the answer should be 600. Because it's 30 times 20. Yeah, 20, 30 to 600. Good, 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 good. Does that look about right? It does. 600 is a fifth of 3,000, which is what 20% is. 20% is the same as a fifth. So it's always good to sort of check in your head a bit. This one, we're going to do it very formally. 7. I'll put the point there. 0, 0, take away 2.25. 5 from 0. Oh, it won't go. I've got to take one. Oh, I can't take one from there because there's nothing there. So I have to take it from the 70. I'll put 69 down. Put the 1 there. 5 from 10 is 5. 2 from, what have I got now? I've got, oh yes, it's not the 70 anymore. It's the 69. So that's all right. 2 from 9 is 7. That makes sense. 25 from sort of a 100 thing will leave you 7. And now you got to remember you're going 2 from 6. 2 from 6 is 4. Does that look about right? Yes, it's going to be less than 5. Yeah, 4.75. And we can go like this all day, really, because we're quite relaxed about it, aren't we? Nothing to worry about. Again, our funny thing about these, I'm going to go 0.9 divided by 100. So I'm going to do it like this. Well, whenever you divide by 100, you say, well, how can I do it? Well, I've mentioned the rule, you move the decimal point. Now, when you're multiplying, you go that way, but when you're dividing, you go this way. So our answer is going to be, it's clearly going to be smaller. 0.59 divided by 100 is going to equal, we've got 1 there, and then another 1 over here. So the decimal point's going to end there, so we've got to stick another 0 in. Yes, it's going to be 0.009. Now, we've got a bit of time, so I'm just wondering if I could work that out using the bus stop method, just to prove it. If I get too confused, I won't do it, but 0.9, I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to add a few zeros on it, just see if we get to the same thing. 100. 100 and the 0 won't go. Oh, that's no good. 109 won't go, so I have to move the 9 over. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like that. So then I go, and let's keep where we are. So that means that 0 didn't go. So now 190, that won't go. So I have to move the 9 over again. Move it over to say 900. That's right. 100 into 90 didn't go, so I have to move it effectively to say 90 there. This reads as 900. 100 into 900 goes 9. So it does work, 0.009. Yeah, you've got to be a bit careful sometimes. 9 minus 1.9. Well, I can see another way, if we look at it quickly, it's 9 take away 2, which is 7. And 1.9 is so close to 2, except it's a little bit less. So it's not going to be 7, the answer is going to be 7.1. Because 1.9 is 0.1 away from it. But that's just seeing it mentally. But we can always do it this way. 9. And because we're dealing with a decimal, we put the decimal in. And we're taking about 1.9. 9 from 0. Oh, it won't go. Cross off the 9, make it an 8. Put the 1 there. 9 from 10 is 1. 1 from 8 is 7. As we said, 7.1. These are all 1 mark ones, so are these? I think they said we could do some long division or something. Okay. Right. 1, 3. So I've taken a bit of time now. I better be a bit quicker on these. Right. 1 3/7 minus 1 4/7. Well, I'm going to change this all to, it's all in sevenths. So, but this is bigger than the 4/7 is bigger than the 3/7. So it's going to eat into this 1 a bit. So let's change it all to sevenths. That 1 is actually 7/7. 7/7 is a whole number. 7/7 plus the 3/7 is the same as saying 10/7 minus the 4/7. Right? 4 from now, because we're dealing the same thing, it's a bit like saying you got 10 apples or 4 apples, you know, so you got 10 apples, but sevenths are the object. The object are sevenths. We've got 10 of them there, we've got 4 of them there. 10 minus 4 is 6. 6/7, and it's not going to cancel down at all. All right. I think that's right. Oh, we got a big multiplication wheel. Right, so let me go like this. We've got to know our tables. 7 6s are 42. And put the 4 there. Yeah. 7 3s are 21, and 4 is 25. And put the 2 there. 7 8s are 56, and 2 is 58. So you put it like that. I hope I've got that right. I hope I got my numbers right. Now, because we're timing by 20 now, this 2, we put the start off with a 0. 2 6s are 12. 2 3s are 6, and 1 is 7. 2 8s are 16. Like that. As I say, I'm going quite fast. I could make a mistake, so do tell me if I have. 5, and now we add them up. 2 and 0. 2, 5, and 2. And be careful not to add the 4 in, because we've already done that. 5 and 2 is 7. 7 and 8 is 15. Again, always good to know your number bonds. This one is 1 and 5 is 6, and 6 is 12. So 2, 2, 5. 2, 2, 5, 7, 2. And I do make mistakes occasionally. I'll put some, I don't worry about it too much, but I'm going quite quickly. As long as my method's fine, it's good. Right, this is a straightforward one. My rule for this, whenever I see 2 fractions which are different, this is fifths, these are quarters, they're different things. We can't just add them together. We have to make them into the same thing. So we need a common denominator. The easiest way to get that is multiply them together. 5 4s are 20. So we've got 2 fractions now with 20. But we did something to this one. We multiplied it by 4 to get to 20. So we've got to do the top by 4. So now you multiply these across here like this. You times these. 4 1s are 4. Okay? Yeah, 4 20ths is 1/5. And now this one here is 5 3s are 15. Yeah, you go multiply these because you multiply the 4 by 5. So what you do to the bottom, you do to the top. 5 3s are 15. And we're adding them, and we're adding similar things. 15 add 4 is 19. 19 20ths, and it's not going to cancel because 19 is a prime number. Nothing's going to go into it. This is all right. This is one where they've done 2 marks for this one. So this is long division. Sometimes I do these a bit differently, but we'll try it like this to start with. Sometimes I list all the multiples of, say, 37, but we'll see how far we get. I can see, because 3 3s are 9, that would take us over 90. So I know it's not going to go in it's not going to go into that 3 times. And I'm not going to do short division now. I'm going to go 37 into 8 didn't go. So now I'm going to go 37 into 88. Well, I know that's going to go twice. Now I multiply this by 2 7s because I knew it wouldn't go 3 times. 2 7s are 14. Just to bring it long division. 2 3s are 6 and 1 is 7. So 2 37s are 74. We have to look at our remainder. 4 from 8 is 4. 7 from 8 is 1. And then we bring down an 8. And you think, oh, well, 14 is roughly half of 30. But it'd have to be 150 or 160 something to make 5 times. I'm just saying, if you go half of it, half of 100 number being something in its tens is going to be 5 times. So I think it's 4 times, and we're just going to go for it and see what happens. So I'm going to put 4 up there and see what happens. 4 7s are 28. 4 3s are 12, and 2 is 14. Yeah. So there's nothing remaining. When you get to 0, you take that from that, and you've got nothing. You know it's gone in exactly. So 37 into 888 is 24. How am I doing? Am I going to run out of time? Might run out of time if I don't watch out. Anyway, but I'll give myself a break because I've been going a long way round it. So each of these, this one now, because it's an addition, I don't have to worry about what's happening to these, because then nothing's going to go into that one. So I can add the numbers together and call it 3. Remember that 1 and 2. And now the other bit, the 5th bit, I just go like this. Plus 1/10. Yeah. Now I could do the 5 times 10 is 50, and then because I've done, then I would go 50 times 5 because whatever. But I can see immediately that if I just multiply this one by 2, bottom and top, so I get 2/10 is the same as 1/5. So 2/10 plus 1/5, 1/10. We're now talking about the same things. 2 of them there, 1 of them there. We got a total of 3 of them. But we already had the number to start with, 3. 1 and 2 is 3. So we got 3 and 3/10. And I'm not going to cancel down because the 3 is a prime number. 3 and 3/10. AKK 27. Again, my rule for this one, we're going to go 35. We're talking about hundreds, like that, times by 32. Okay, 320. So I can do that, knock a naught off. All I'm doing is dividing by 10. I've moved the decimal point effectively of this. Yeah. Now I'm going to multiply these together, 35 and 32, because I got no decimal points to work about, and then I'll worry about that 10 divided by that other 10. So I'm going to go 35 times 32. 2 5s are 10. Remember the 1 there? 2 3s are 6 and 1 is 7. Stick a naught down because we now multiply 30s. 3 5s are 15. 3 3s are 9 and 1 is 10. Okay, that's that. Now I have to add them together. 0, 7 and 5 is 12. Yeah, that one will go in there now. And then I've got the original, just seen beyond my camera, 1120. Now I've got to divide by that 10. Mustn't forget that. Divide by 10, so move the decimal point. 112. Okay. 8/9 is bigger than a quarter. Yeah. I have to make them into the same denominator, and we're going to use the rule we did before. We're going to multiply these together, times them. 8 nines are, sorry, 9 fours are 36. 9 fours are 36. Minus. And then we go 4 eighths because I multiplied this one here, got multiplied by, this one here got multiplied by 4 to make it 36. So I must do the same to the top. 4 eighths, 32. All right, and this one was 9 ones. 9. That's better. We're talking about the same thing. They're 36s. So 36. We got 32 of them there. We're taking away 9. 9 from 32 is 23. 23. 36. Does it cancel down? No, this is a prime number. So it's not going to cancel. Unless the bottom was 2 primes, you know. 2 23s, I mean. This was not too bad because we got this one here. So we're going to do the same thing we did before. 51 over 100. Ah, 51% of. Of means times. If you hear out of, it's division, right? So if I said 3 of 6, you'd know it's 3 times 6, 18. So when you hear 51% of 900, it means times. And again, if I extend that over there like that, because that's effectively, that 900 is over 1. So it's a bit like going 100 times 1. So we know we can extend it. And then these are going to cancel for the same reason I just said before. We're moving the decimal point 2 places back, basically. And then it's 951. So we can put that 51 up there, times it by 9. 9 ones are 9. 9 fives are 45. Straight in there like that. 459. Is that correct? Yes. 459. And does that sound about right? Yes, because 900, 51% is roughly half of 900. Half of 900 is 450. So 459 sounds right. We got a this one. Multiplication one. 2 8s are 16. 2 6s are 12 and 1 is 13. I can't remember to always put these there. 2 4s are 8 and 1 is 9. 2 3s are 6. Right. I'll put the 0 here. 6 8s are 48. 6 6s are 36 and 4 is 40. 6 4s are 24 and 4 is 28. 6 3s are 18 and 2 is 20. 20 like that. Now we got to add them up. Don't add up the little things we've done already. It's just these here. 6 and 6, 8 and 3, 8 and 9, 10, 11. That's how I do it sometimes. I just count the numbers up. 9 and 1 is 10. 8, right. 6 in 1 is 7 and 8 is 15 because I know that by my number bonds. It goes in there, 21. 215016. 2150016. But somebody check it for me because I may have made a simple error. And I don't mind if I've made a simple error. I know the technique. Right, 2/3 divided by 1/3. That sounds strange, doesn't it? The rule of that is, let's write it as a fraction. It's 2/3 divided by 1/3. Divide by 3. And 3 is 3 over 1. But the rule is you turn that upside down and multiply. Right, this second one gets turned upside down. So like that, yeah. This becomes a times. That's just the rule, 2/3 times by 1 over 3. Now, rule of multiplying, multiply the top, multiply the bottoms. 2 ones are 2. 3 times 3 is 9. This is a minus. 3/4 is bigger than half. So we need to convert this 2 to halves. Right, there's 2 halves in 1, so 2, there'll be 4 2s in 4 halves in a 2. So we know we got 4 plus the 1 already. So that's the same as writing 5 halves is the same as 2.5 minus 3/4. Okay. And this one I'll make into quarters. Right, I could, let's do it. Let's just use my mechanical method. I could just go I could just call it the whole thing quarters. You know, I could just say, oh, this is going to be 10/4 because I multiply the bottom by the top. And then I've got a common denominator. But we can use our very mechanical method to go in 2 4s are 8. So we've got 2 fractions of 8 in. And I sometimes do that just because I don't have to think about it. Then I go 5 4s are 20. Then I go 2 3s are 6. And it's minus in them. 20 minus 6 is 14. Over 8. I can cancel it down to 2's are going to go into 14, 2's going to go into 8. 7/4. Yeah, and it's top heavy, so I should change that to because when I say top heavy, it's bigger than 1. So 4's into 7 go once. How many left over? 3. 3/4. 1 3/4. Yes, that's correct. That's correct. 36% of 450. So again, same thing. 36 over 100 of, right, of means times. Cancel a naught straight away. There we are. That helps us, doesn't it? And we're going to do that. We're going to remember our 10 to divide by. And now we're going to go 36 times 45 like this. 5 6s are 30. 5 3s are 15 and 1 and 3 is 18. Then bring a naught down. 4 6s are 24. 4 3s are 12, 13, 14. And add that to, yeah. And now I can just add them up and put the answer in here. 0 and 0 is, I'll stick it over here to start with, 0. 4 and 8 is 12. Now look at this. What have I done wrong? I'm going to do that one again because I made a bit of a mess of that. Do it down over here. Always good to be neat, because if you're not neat, you forget what bits you're supposed to add together and not. But let's take our time. 5 6s are 30. Or 3 there. 5 3s are 15 and 3 is 18. That's where my 180 came from. Then I go put my naught down. 4 6s are 24. Yeah, that's where the 4 comes. See, I looked at that 4 there and it looked like a plus sign to me. That's why it's always best to be very clear what you're doing. Right, so what did I go? I went 4 6s are 24. Must remember to carry a 2 over here. 4 3s are 12 and 2 is 14. So that's right, it was 1440. And I saw 14 plus 4 plus 0. Got a bit confused. Right, 0. 8 and 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 1 and 4 is 5 and 1 is 6. 1620. But remember, we've got to divide by 10 still. So it's going to be 162. 162. 1 3/4 times 10. Well, have we got to do the whole thing? I suppose we have, haven't we? Well, the easiest way to do it, if you think it's the same as saying 1 plus 3/4 times 10, you know, and then you do that like that, times 10. Yeah. Well, you know, you got 1 times 10 is 10. So you got a big 10 already. And then the top's going to be, it's a bit like going 10 over 1. So you multiply the tops together. 10 3s are 30. So it's plus 30/4. Yeah. And now you see how many 4s go into 30. How many 4s go into 30? It's 7. 7 4s are 28. 2 left over and 2/4, which is 7.5. So, but we got to add that 10 on. Hopefully that's right. 17 and a half. I think one. Last one. Oh, more than I thought. 5, 6, 540. Let's have a look. Okay. 5, 6 times 540. Remember, this is over 1 when it's nothing there. So we could write the whole thing again as 5 times 540 divided by 6. All right. Because we've gone the 6 times 1, and then it'd be 1 times 5 is 5. And you'd have to go. Well, you'd have to do 6 times because you've got the whole thing over 6 anyway. It's fine. That's right. Yes. That's if we kept the, yes, it's fine. We're multiplying fractions, so it's not no problem. All right. Forget those last few things because I was thinking about addition then. Okay. Let's just clarify again. Whenever we multiply fractions, we multiply the top, we multiply the bottom. We don't do any of this business because that's to do with addition. Now we see if we can cancel anything. Well, I know that 6 goes into 54, but how many times does it go into 54? Well, I see that 5 and 4, when you add together, make 9. So I know it's part of the 9 times table. So it goes in 9 times. All right. So now we got 5 times 9. That 6 is gone. 6 goes into 54 9 times. I show it like that. And now 6 goes into 6 1. So we're over 1. So now you just go 5 9s. What's 5 9s? 45. And the 0 on the end. Don't forget the 0. So let's move me out the way a minute. So that 0 remains. And it's about right. 540. 5 6 is close to 1, isn't it? Only one more fifth to make it 1. So it's not going to be that much smaller than 540. 450 sounds about right to me. Okay. 36. One more. Oh, long division. Right. Okay. 83 into 80 won't go. So now we go 83 into 805. You know, we're using long division. We're not going to. The reason we're not using short division because we get in a terrible mess if we start moving little numbers across here. So we're going to go like this. 83 into 805. Well, if it was 830, it would be 10 times, wouldn't it? So I think just looking at it, it's going to be 9 times. 9 threes. And that's how you do it. Now you go 9 threes or 27. Put the 7 there. The 2. 9 eights. 9 eights are 72. That is right. And add this 2 on, 74. I think that's right. 747. Now we have to take this away from it to see what the remainder is. 7 from 5 won't go. So cross off the 80, call it 79, and put a 1 there. 7 from 15 is an 8. 8 from 9 is a 5. 7 from 7 is 0. So I bring a 1 down. All right. That 1 just comes down here. Now you go 83 into 581. Now that's an interesting one, isn't it? So let's just look at 8s into 50, because that's going to give you a rough idea. How many 8s go into 50? Well, 6 8s are 48. So let's just guess. Let's just guess. Actually, it might be 7 times. It's going to be, I think it's, right. If it was 83 times 6, it's going to be 490 something. It's going to be 7 times. Right. 7 3s are 21. Right. 7 8s are 56. And 2 is 58. Yeah, it was 7 times. 581. And when you take them away, you get 0. So there's no remainder. So the answer is 97. Okay, I might come back to that one in a minute. That's it, finished. Well, that took me 43 minutes. How long did they say we had for it? Well, 30 minutes. Took longer, but then I think I've been explaining and, so I'm going to let myself off for that. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Hope that helped.